Oh my gosh! And now it looks great, DeVrom. I'm not even kidding.
I know it's through. I just switched cameras.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing, amazing, DeVrom. We were having some technical issues. I don't know if this is too personal to get into, DeVrom, but you were having some internet issues. Do you want to discuss that, or is it still too raw right now?
Look, now's as good a time as any. I was having some
Okay.
internet issues. Now plugged directly just into the internet, so I'm getting it like in my veins right now, which that's kind of a big experience, kind of a first. So
All right, that's great.
you're all
That's
here,
great.
all couple people are here experiencing that with me for the first time.
Yes, yes. And I want to say this is important too. Probably equally as important, if not a little bit less important than what you just said.
Yeah.
The wall, the bookcase of memories, I guess, has a new addition. It's a hat from Come and Go.
Oh, that's
Come and Go.
nice.
And I purchased that. I think it was just minutes after you gave Ron DeSantis a participation trophy in Iowa.
I was just going to ask, which state was that in? I was just trying to remember. It was very exciting.
Iowa's all about the Come and Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
KUM and Go.
Right.
That's how
you
they
just love
spell
it. You still love it. You still are all about it.
The first time we were in Iowa, when we were shooting Undecided, we like went to fill up gas the first day before I think we were going to the gun range with Rick Santorum.
Yeah.
Because we'd driven from Chicago there. And I remember went to the gas station. I was like, oh my God, it's called Come and Go. It's spelled like UM. That's crazy. And I went and took a picture of it. Like, this must be the only gas station because there's no way that this is a chain. That would be
There's no way it's everywhere.
insane.
So you didn't know about it before? I guess that's what I was kind of. I would love that you loved it, but to me, that was something I had seen before.
I had never seen it. I guess it was because that was my first time in Iowa, number one. Mm-hmm. And like we come and go to lots of different places
totally
in the United States of America. I don't see that any place else other than Iowa. Do you?
I don't
it's a Midwest know. Thing, according to somebody.
I think it was around. Sorry, trying to figure out this new setup here. I think it was around more places, and I do think it got smaller. I think it did more going than coming, I guess, in the last few years.
Okay. All right. Because I think somebody in our the crew, shout out to our Philly crew, who came and filmed along with Peter Richardson the last time we were in Iowa. I think somebody sent us an article saying they were going to change the name. There will be no more coming and going happening.
And or going.
Yeah.
That's sad. There's no reason for that. Just keep it and run it all the way into the ground if that's what's going to happen.
Which makes me happy that I bought the hat, and I'm sure the hat is like you could buy the hat online now, even if they don't exist anymore. Is anybody in the chat? Does anybody know? Does it still exist out there? We haven't been to Iowa since the caucus, over a year and a half ago.
I hate saying that. Do you think we'll be at the next one? We've discussed this before because we've been to a couple at this point. Do you think that's in our future? I mean, it's kind of crazy.
I don't know. You think there's going to be an election? Wow. So you're
bullish.
Right, you're bullish on an election.
Bullish on democracy. Which is not that popular these days. It turns out.
I know. Yeah, I know. So DeVrom, I have
my face all weirdly lit up right now. Something's really weird going on.
I mean, it's like I am a little.
I'm orange,
pale, and you're a little orange. So I think it's just like we just are gonna go with these imperfections here.
That's fine. It's bizarre. I can't tell why that's happening. Anyway.
Okay, so 39 miles for this person. There's a come and go
from Dojo.
So they should start going there now. And once you get there, once you come to the come and go, let us know that it still exists and it still has the signs and stuff.
Yeah, maybe next time we do a live, you can let us know if it was there. Is it possible to share someone's photo? If you take a picture there or something, we can bring it up and we can kind of just give an updated storyline here of if they exist, where they are. Impossible to just Google it. We should
It's
probably have
impossible.
that be a
There's no
review
way.
segment.
There's no way to know. There's no way to know. But
Yeah.
look, with AI these days, what are you going to believe? You got to see it with your
Right.
own two eyes.
Right.
Can we talk about for 1 second? We've got some stuff we're going to talk about related to. I don't know if you've heard about this guy Donald Trump. We're going to talk about him. This guy JD Vance. Talk about him as well. We've got all sorts of fun stuff planned. That's kind of what I'm going with that. But AI, DeBrom, the new AI, like the video generator. What is it called? Sora.
Soros.
Soros. Soros. Hey, we can't talk badly about our bosses right now. They send us a check for
Right. No, but
every
sometimes
protest we go to. They give
it
us a
throws
big
people
check.
off.
Yeah,
It throws people off if we joke about it, then they won't know that we're actually
getting paid for
Right.
every. And if you make a sign at a protest, he's
Mm-hmm.
going to write you even a bigger check. And if it's a funny sign,
Oh
you can bet
my
that's going through
gosh.
the
And
roof.
if it's funny and they reuse it, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, who's they?
We can't say.
Okay, all right. So the videos, these the new AI videos. There's some like Mr. Rogers is like wrestling the guy who paints whatever his name is. God rest his soul. The like they look very real
Bob
right now.
Ross?
Bob Ross, I believe that's it. I think there's a fight, like a WWE style fight between the two of them, and like Tupac versus Biggie, and it looks super super real. How fucked are we right now?
Really fucked. And I'll tell you why. Why is because of the stuff you were just talking about. But someone I know sent me a video of a protester in tears on the edge of tears, and a reporter, kind of like what we would do if we went to a protest. And they're off camera though, so you just see the microphone. And the person says, how are you feeling? And it's now that the war is over in the Middle East. They're saying, how are you feeling? Well, I'm really sad because I don't know if I have to get a real job now that I'm not going to get any protest money.
Oh my
and it
God.
looks pretty real. The sound isn't great. Like there's something a little off about everything, but not very far off. And in the little bottom corner, it says Sora. But you really wouldn't know, and you especially wouldn't know if you were a little older. So it's already here.
Yeah, a little older, or it's like, are we gonna lose? It's kind of like you grow up with like understanding Photoshop and all that stuff, and you can see something like the things people were sharing after the 2020 election, like this is stolen. Look, here's the ballots going here, and
At
it's
least
like the
you had
most
to actually throw
obviously
some ballots
Photoshop.
into a river to do it at
No, but
that
there's
time.
like
No,
Photoshop stuff of like somebody's
right,
head on the whatever,
right.
and like we could see that that's clearly Photoshop, but like a lot of people, particularly older people, are like, "Oh, that is real because it's an image,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm used to seeing images that are real."
Right.
And like, is there any like if you're younger and you're growing up with all this, are you like, are you going to have this sense of what is real and what's not with the AI videos, or do you think
Sorry,
where are you
this
going?
is
Oh no,
really
we're
a
going back to our
mess.
technical
This is
problems here.
really a mess. Oh gosh, I
Oh
hate
my
this.
gosh. And now we're back to where you were. Looks great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This
You
Well,
walk
everyone's
in a
making fun of
circle,
me in
you
the
end up at the
comments. They're
same place.
saying I look jaundiced. Nothing wrong with that. Not there's anything wrong with that. When are we going to start getting warnings on videos? And will the AI just get so good and so complex and change so much that those warnings can't automatically be generated? So we're not even at the point where it says like this is AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long before they stop using the watermark that says I don't know. It's just
There's already apps to like get the watermark off of the
right.
videos. And like apparently there's a video of like somebody getting hit with like a t-shirt gun that like I saw a
Yeah.
bunch of people sharing. That's AI. That's fake. That's totally fake video.
I mean,
Like
there's a bunch of wacky stuff of people like falling, which used to be funny because it
used
was
to be funny.
someone was falling and it
There's
was
real
silly or
pain.
something.
That's what makes it funny
Well,
is the
then
real
not
pain.
even right, real silliness. I'll say I didn't enjoy the pain, but like when you're at a sports bar and they put on Chive TV, you've seen that. We've
Oh, of
been on the
course.
road. That's just
Yeah.
going to be fake videos now.
Okay. Well, maybe that
So
will
that's a
encourage
big
people to do
problem.
less stuff. It's a big problem. That's the biggest problem we have is people are going to be jet skiing off their
Well,
porch.
Tribe TV is
Yeah.
probably in big trouble right now, and here we
Or
are
they're
talking about
or they've
politics.
investing. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But my point was the whole reason, just to bring it back
Mhm,
to myself and you, I
mhm.
came across an AI video the other day of a guy in a blue shirt interviewing a Trump supporter and being like, I'm so sick of these immigrants coming here and stealing the government's money. And then like he's like, and
Oh,
what do
yeah,
you
I
do?
saw
And he's
you
like, I'm
posted
on
that.
foods. Yeah. And it's like, wait a second. Now this is getting personal. Now AI is coming for our jobs right
Well,
now.
and that is a thing. I'm glad we're talking about this, not just between the two of us in the car or something. That is a real thing. We thought, AI is really going to change the world. A lot of jobs are going to change, but there'll always be real people gathering somewhere, and we will always be able to go talk to those people. But that's just, really directly coming for exactly what it is that we do.
It's just like,
And it's like trying to have AI create a hypocritical line of thinking and a reporter type character discuss that and ultimately have that come to like a funny-ish conclusion. That's really specifically what we try and do.
well, it's like, and they're calling, they're like writing the real, it feels like they're taking, oh my gosh, I went to Google something and the, what I wanted came up right away, which is incredible. Um,
So this, I see old folks can't tell, aren't looking for six fingers. Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't think so.
Are we,
That's the
the
thing.
six
I don't think
fingers
it
are
is.
gone? It's a thing of the past. We are at a time where I think within a short time, if we're not already there, it's indistinguishable by people who aren't really, really looking for it. And soon it will be indistinguishable for even those who are. So maybe this is AI generated. Maybe I just typed this in and I said, have a boring conversation about AI.
Okay.
And
I was just searching for this video. It took way
yeah.
too long to find this, uh, but here it is. So this is just like right on the money
Tonight,
with
we're looking into a story that might make you laugh. It claims Education Secretary Linda McMahon mixed up AI with A1 steak sauce. And it's true. It happened right here in San Diego. McMahon made the gaffe yesterday while appearing at an education summit put on by Silicon Valley investors. McMahon said that she had heard about a school system that's going to start making sure that the youngest students have, quote, A1 teaching every year. Well, she went on to make the mistake again. Well, not surprisingly, A1 steak sauce.
Okay, so that thing that I found right away didn't even have the clip of her, of her saying the thing. So
See,
well,
but
that was great.
here's how backwards I am. I'm wondering if you're showing me a fake news report now.
No, see,
Fake
that's what she.
story with AI generated Linda McMahon making an A1 mistake.
Secretary of Education Linda McMahon not
Correct.
knowing what AI was, which is just
Correct.
beautiful. And that was 25 years ago, back in like February that happened, or March. I can't remember.
Mm.
Ay, 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 ay.
25 years ago back in March, is that what you
Yeah,
said?
yeah. Does it not feel
Yeah,
like that?
it's really truly a fire hose of like crazy news. Um, what we were talking earlier today about this Tom Homan stuff. Should I play a clip and we can just talk about it a little bit, just
Oh
because
yeah,
this
please.
keeps popping up? So let's watch this and discuss.
Real issues, George, I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. I
Pretty good.
mean, oh boy. Oh boy. You're trying to put us back. I'm trying to put us back. Our producer's messing up.
Producer's messing up. Hey, congrats to our producer for unnamed reasons.
Yeah.
So Well, yeah, he was. Oh, now is DeVrom? Let me ask you a question: is DeVrom pixelated or am I pixelated?
Yeah, guys, please
Audience,
answer that.
you
I
have to
don't see
answer.
either of us being pixelated, but if one of you, if you can all tell us whose internet is the real problem here, you'd save us a lot of arguing later.
Yes, yes.
Oh, people are saying that was A1. DeVrom is
Uh,
pixelated.
DeVrom
Okay, well,
and DeVrom as well.
right. Oh man, everyone's
Wow.
agreeing now. You're all piling on. I get it. My internet's struggling. DeVrom for
Well,
sure. Okay, gosh, Jason looks better. Great. Oh, great.
oh, thank
DeVrom
you.
is A1. It's possible. Maybe this is all part of
We'll leave that up for a while.
A1
So the
humor.
the we were doing a speed test. Joel's like, I don't know if it's me. Mike, you were like, see, my upload speeds are 17 megabytes. That's pretty good. And I did mine, and it was like 463
I
megabytes.
still don't know which number is higher, but whatever. Yeah, so now people
Ask
are asking
A1.
what happened to my face. This is what I'm trying to say. This lighting or my camera or something combined with my internet. There are a few things to sort out on my end, but we'll sort those out later.
Okay. All right.
How do you get your skin so smooth? Jason or me?
I think it's got to be you.
It's
Yours,
gotta be.
it looks like, yeah, like your eyes are going into your face right now. It's like you can't
Yeah,
really tell the difference between them. It's beautiful.
right. Right.
That was a beautiful clip. Speaking of beautiful
Right.
things, DeVrom's beautiful, and that was a beautiful.
So, and it's a lot longer if you watch the whole thing. It's JD Vance continually saying, Tom Homan, the border czar, which is always a funny title because it doesn't mean anything. It's just like a guy we like for this issue. Is being asked. He's being asked about Tom Homan accepting $50,000 cash in a kava bag. Uh, b- Basically, the insinuation is that this was kind of a pre-bribe or a bribe, but that he was kind of promising to try and get someone government contracts, hoping that he would be part of the Trump administration. He assumed he would be, and that he would facilitate getting these government contracts. And this was kind of like probably going to be the first of many payments. But what was amazing is that the FBI wasn't investigating Tom Homan. They're investigating someone else. And then just Tom Homan like walks in and takes a bag of cash. And they're like, oh, I guess this guy is part of this thing we were thinking might be fishy. And now, they're doing exactly what they always do, which is kind of just play dumb, but play dumb and play angry a little bit. Like, why are you bothering me with this waste of time? So JD Vance keeps saying that Tom Homan, maybe he did accept $50,000, but for what exactly? Kind of insinuating that it was lawful and proper what he did, but I don't think that's how people get paid for their work. So anyway, that was the end of that clip, and I don't think we'll get answers to that anytime too soon.
Can we? Uh, I can't figure out the right adjective to describe the way JD Vance talks when he's like, I'm just trying to like do the right thing here and just talk about this in a logical way. You guys are doing this left conspiracy, and I'm the most reasonable guy in the world. Like you saw it in the debate, and you see it like when he says terrible things all the time. What's the adjective? What is that? What's the word?
Smarmy,
But it's like, yes,
sweet,
I mean,
fake, sweet, smarmy. Yeah, because
it
I
comes
agree. I
across
think
as
it works.
smarmy, but that's not his. I don't know what his verb is
Actual
with it.
demeanor.
I know I'm saying
Well,
verb and adjective, but I'm like,
right.
what is it?
Verbative.
Yes.
I know what you're trying to describe. I wish I had the word for it. Remember when we were out in Pennsylvania, we were outside of his event and we were watching it live and we weren't sure, are people going to come out? Are we going to interview people or not? And so we were just watching the event and he had this way of this like faux concern, deep concern for
Right.
people, really. That was just, if you liked him and you believed him, you would be sure that that was sincere. And it was like this deep concern for his constituents and what people want. And it's just getting harder and harder to pass that off as genuine when you're talking about stuff like this. It's like your most trusted border guy accepted $50,000 cash. And then he's got to sit there and be like, You know what we're really concerned about is this shutdown that's happening, which is another part of the interview, and we're really concerned about that. Oh, that you're also causing.
Right.
It's just getting harder to pass off as real, I think.
Yeah, and now that it's spooky season, Jerome. Right
I
now,
don't even like talking about it. I get a little nervous,
right.
but sure, okay, I'll do this with
Spooky
you.
season. We've got Halloween coming up, and I was just thinking that same event that JD Vance was speaking at, the person who was like running this like religious gathering, we had a whole thing on a Christian talk show about witches, about how there
Oh
are
gosh,
witches
I forgot about that.
and how like they are the evil. And like I think he said Kamala
It was
Harris was a witch.
the guy who was like mediating it or something, right?
Yes,
Or
yes.
yeah.
I think that he didn't appear on stage with JD Vance. They got somebody else to do it, like at the last minute, because everyone
Mhm.
was talking about how he was going to appoint
Oh, he
a
said
guy
that Kamala Harris was a Jezebel, right?
something like that.
Wasn't that what it was? And then we were like, "Oh, that's a strange thing to say." We watched the whole clip, and then he's like, "And if you're
Witches.
not sure what I mean, it's witches."
Yes.
If you thought I wasn't serious, it's a witch.
Yes.
She's a witch.
Yeah, the great Jim Ross would call Stephanie McMahon a Jezebel, Linda McMahon's daughter.
Right.
Um,
But I suppose he was maybe saying it not in such a literal sense. Oh my word! There's
what happened? The
a
bug?
small wasp or something. I mean, I had to get it away. Yeah. Wow. That was Antifa at work, probably.
Probably. Anything bad is Antifa. So what else? And something else happened at that event. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, we'll play the video next time on here because it's spooky season. We asked people about witches a little bit. And I think we should also
Sorry,
talk
I'm looking at the comments here. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Witches, just we got this chat really got going with the witch stuff. Is it because it's spooky season?
I think it's spooky
Everyone's
season.
it's on everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I get distracted by the comments. Ron's
How
one of the
could
funniest. Yeah, how am I not going to get distracted by that? Thank you, Trevor. Thanks for putting that up there, Jason. Everyone's being so supportive right now.
look at that? Another one.
What do you mean you're just putting? Okay, anyway, where were we going with this before I was so delightfully distracted?
Okay, so trigger warning, guys. We don't usually show nudity or anything like that
Ooh,
on the live
yay.
streams, but we are going to make an exception today. Now, you might be thinking, what is this nudity going to be? Is it going to be us shirtless? It's going to be somebody without their top on? No,
Mhm.
no, no. No, no, no. You're going to see it's not. It's more of
Is it
what
full
happens
frontal?
a little bit, but a little
A
bit
little
different
bit.
angle.
Yeah.
Not an angle you're used to seeing
Mm.
of private parts. So that's the trigger warning. Here it is. Some people are already ahead of us here, but let's take a look at Donald Trump, his triumph, negotiating the ceasefire in the Middle East, in Gaza. And here he is, Time Magazine, put this beautiful picture up of Donald Trump. And of course, the first thing you notice is that he's wearing a red tie, his trademark
Right.
red
He's
tie.
wearing a red tie.
Yes.
You see his wispy kind of blondish hair there. So kind of a couple of trademarks there. Oh, and his neck.
His neck.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now, DeVrom, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but what does that remind you of, the neck there?
How are you not putting me on the spot here? I think it's fair to say, and I think it's an objective thing to say that's a little bit vaginal in its presentation there. Is that
You're
not?
saying vaginal. I was going to go scrotal. I was going to say scrotal. A little scrotal as well.
Right.
Can it
And
be
now,
both?
as I respect you and I can see your point of view on that, I think it is, regardless, does seem a little bit private. Is that
It
fair to
seems
say as
private. It
well?
seems like something that shouldn't be on the cover of a newsstand where children go. Where
Right.
children go.
Where children go. Children read Time
Children read Time.
magazine. So this is interesting because Donald Trump is so famously sensitive. I mean, do you think that they knew that he might not love this photo? He
Do you
even
want me to play
says
dumb here?
Donald Trump even says that he
Do you
thought
want
the
do you want to
story
hear
was
the
mostly good or
Do you want me to
mostly
read you
positive.
his quote here?
Yeah.
Time magazine wrote a relatively good story about me, but the picture may be the worst picture of all time. They quote disappeared my hair and that had something floating on top of my head. And it looked like a floating crown, but extremely small one. Really weird. The president of the United States. I never liked taking pictures from underneath angles, but this is a super bad picture and deserves to be called out. What are they doing and why? And I think you said it that way as well. So,
Yeah.
Javon, that begs the
Why?
question: what are they doing and why?
What are they doing and why? What are they doing? They are giving us an angle of Donald Trump that we perhaps have not quite seen that exact angle before, and that maybe that is a publication's job, right? To try and shed new light on even the darkest of crevices. Right? Is that not their job? So I guess what they're doing is their jobs, and why? Uh, because their jobs are to, democracy dies in darkness, that type of thing.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
What do you
So,
think?
well, I think that you don't put out a picture on the cover of Time magazine of anyone, especially a president who is super duper sensitive and gets very upset at the smallest little things and is very, very conscious of his appearance. You have a conversation about how things look. And I think maybe this was done on purpose. I actually, agree with Donald Trump with this one. You're not going to hear that often. I think this was
Hmm.
done. It was done on purpose, and it was not flattering. And
Right.
that,
I have to say his quote, although whiny, it didn't it didn't make demands. He didn't say he was going to sue anybody. He just said this was a very bad picture. And so I guess he was correct in that. And so you can chalk that up to a Jason and Donald Trump full on agreement.
yeah, he really stuck his neck out there in that Truth Social post.
Well, his waddle is the part of the neck. Just to be more specific, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, of course, of course, of course.
it's fine. I would never make some fun of someone for their appearance, even though some people in the comments have made fun of me for mine.
You don't have an appearance right now. You're just a pixelated blur.
Does anybody who's tuning in right now work for what is the internet company I have?
Spectrum?
Spectrum.
Why do I know that? I know that. I know that. You don't know that. Why do I know that, Jerome? Why do I know that?
I think I said it right before you did. Maybe
Okay.
even a little bit before.
Maybe even a little bit before. What quote? Where is that from? Deep cut from a movie. Anybody know?
Someone.
No one knows. No one cares. It's
That's
from
right. I'm
MacGruber.
on Cricket Wireless. Cricket Wireless here providing our connection today.
So DeVrom, do you have a Halloween costume picked out this year? You know who you're going to be when you go trick or
I'm going
treating?
to wear a wrestling t-shirt, some tight black jeans. I'm going to be Jason.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Who are you
You know
going to
what? I haven't worn the black jeans with the wrestling t-shirts as much, just because it's black. It's
be?
just a
When you
little
go
bit
see
too
a
much.
band or something, you'll usually do that, right?
I don't know if I do the
Is that
black. I
fair?
do like a lighter color jean than a
Yeah.
black. Sometimes maybe depends on.
Okay,
Depends
I'm
on.
dressing like Jason from 3 years ago.
Okay, fair enough. But I didn't own a lot of wrestling t-shirts 3 years ago, DeVrom.
God darn it.
Okay.
I got
Should
to
I be
rethink
you?
my costume.
I'll get a Mariah Carey shirt or something. And I
Sure,
don't
you're
know
going
what
to
else.
start lifting a bunch of weights.
Start lifting a bunch of weights, get
Yeah.
super strong,
Yeah.
and become pixelated. I guess I'll just be a pixelated mess, and I'll be DeVrom. Thank
Oh.
you so much. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate it. Means a lot. Everybody who's supporting us here on Substack and YouTube. And if you want to support us even more, you can go to the Substack and join our paid tier. DeVrom, I thought of one more thing to talk about just real fast. Just
Sure.
real fast. Okay, let me pull this up. So last week I talked to Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona. And there was and this is like a promo thing, so there's gonna be a little thing at the end. But I asked him a question about space, and because he was an astronaut, he was in space. Him and his twin brother. Can you believe that? His
I
brother.
can believe that. I mean, it is so cool,
And
but
they
I can
did.
believe it just because I had heard that.
You know they did like a study on like the effects of like your everything about you in space, and they were able to do it with people with like the same DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both had done it at certain times, and you could do studies on them. It's interesting. Space is not kind on the body.
Right.
I want you to know that. So long space travel, that would have an effect on the body. Just so you know.
Why though?
Well,
Wouldn't
weightlessness is
no
the big one.
gravity be reduce stress on the body for a little while? Wouldn't you feel? I guess you just atrophy a lot.
Yes, and like your actual organs don't have gravity on them too, and the
Right.
effect on that is All right, so I asked him a question about that because I have an X-Files poster right here. I've been fascinated with aliens. Are we alone in the universe for a very long time? To someone who was in space, did you ever have an experience where you thought we're not alone in the universe?
I think that all the time. I mean,
But did you ever see something and you're like, I can't explain that. I think that we are not alone in the universe.
No.
Wow, there was a long pause there. I don't know.
Thinking about
we put you on a lie detector? Okay. So was that a long pause, Devam? Am I crazy? That was a little bit of
That was a little bit of a pause there. I think something flashed through his mind, and he either thought, I think I can explain that, or I shouldn't talk about that. And then he pushed it aside and he answered. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
What do you
I don't
think?
know. I don't know. Well, so in fairness to the senator, he later was like, I can't explain that the videos that's come out of the unidentified aerial phenomena that were caught by, I think it was the Navy in one of them,
Right.
and the Air Force in another one. He couldn't explain that. He couldn't explain those videos, and he said he talked to the people, and they're credible people.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them, like, they're incredible people.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredible. They're heck of a guys.
Heck of a guys.
All of them.
These guys are heck of a guys. Yeah.
And so maybe that was going through his head, or maybe he saw something, like the beginning of Independence Day, and he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Just asking
So
questions.
I guess we have a similar view of what possibly passed through his mind at that moment.
Okay.
Either something unexplainable or something he really shouldn't talk about. Something passed through his mind.
I want this.
Or he was like,
to end.
yeah, I can't believe I'm answering this fucking question. Have I seen aliens? I don't know.
The government is shut down, and you're
Right.
asking me about fucking aliens. Fucking amateur bullshit. All right, Devram. Well, before we get out of here, before we leave and go,
do
you have any words of wisdom for the audience?
Even though we're not sure if they're really recycling stuff, let's be real. We've heard that, there's not as much recycling happening as they always told us there would be. Just still do it. Do your small part. Help out. Maybe some of it is actually getting recycled. So don't get lazy just because of other people's incompetence regarding recycling.
I think we should save that for Earth Day, and it should have been a spooky words of wisdom today. But that's me editorializing it, Devram. Those are your words, and you should stick by them. But I would say it should have been a spooky words of wisdom. So
okay, you're a little disappointed.
I would say my words of wisdom for everyone is have a spooktacular rest of the day. How does that sound?
Okay.
Chuck Sklar. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody. A reminder, support us on our paid tier on Substack. We got an exclusive interview from last week up there, and there's going to be more fun stuff coming soon. DeVrom, bye.
We'll see you at the come and go.